Hello, and happy Switch 2 pre-order day for those of you who celebrate. So I just wanted to come on here. I don't know, I've seen a ton of videos and Instagram posts and just content today about everybody's experiences with whether they even tried to get the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-ordered or whether they didn't, but they just watched their friends do it and this and that. And so I don't know, I just thought that I'd come on here and share how it went for me. Um, so I spoiler, let me just tell you right now, I did get one, okay? So maybe I'm coming from a privileged position with my experience and how I feel everything went, but it it honestly went exactly as I expected it to, only better because I ended up getting one. Um, but like if you've just maybe this is the difference. I'm a little baby gamer, okay? I don't even know that you can call me a gamer yet. I'm like a gamer wannabe. I play Pokemon games, and now I play Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and I'm obsessed with it. And my husband got that for me, and I'm very appreciative. And so I think I'm going to turn into a cozy gamer type individual. Um, so this is not like a gamer's perspective, okay? This is the anti-gamer perspective of the Nintendo Switch launch. Maybe that's what we should call this. But this is coming from a collector. So obviously, I collect things. Obviously, I'm a Pokemon collector. And so I think from that perspective, I'm super not surprised with how today went. And I'm surprised at how many people are surprised with how today went, if that makes sense. So Nintendo has been coming out and they have been saying, listen, we know that there's a market for this. We know that people want this. And so we are prepared. Now, I think that that is a very big and bold statement to make, which made me think one of two things. Either A, they truly are prepared because they know how bold of a statement that is and they made it and they said it with their chest, or they are so hopelessly naive that they don't even possibly understand how wrong they are. And this is going to be a cluster. And honestly, I think we were somewhere in between. I think that Nintendo really did actually semi understand how many people would want this. I also think that they understood the scalper culture that we're in right now, which, by the way, is why I was not surprised by how this went. Um, any Pokemon collectors out there, I mean, this went better than the last card drop. You know what I'm saying? And that those were cards, not a $500 item. Anyways, so yes, I think that they did kind of know the market that we're in, the culture that we're in, and that it's been 8 years since they last launched the Nintendo Switch. And so people are hungry for something new, okay? And we need updates and we need all the things. And really, it's Nintendo, so it's nostalgia. So we'll give you our money, like, no big deal. Um, but I don't know. Like, I fully expected, I almost didn't stay up until midnight last night because I was like, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna get one, but then my heart rate's gonna be like up and I'm gonna be stressed and I'm never gonna be able to go to sleep and I do have to work today and like all the things. Um, but I did because I ended up going to bed late anyway, and I was like, well, by this point, I just need to watch the clock. And I will say that was my favorite part about the Walmart experience because they had a banner, and as long as you clicked on the switch part, there was a banner at the top that literally counted down the seconds. Um, like for an hour. I don't know how long they did it. It could have been 24 hours. I don't know. But the whole time that I was watching, it was counting down the seconds. So I felt like we were doing it together. Okay. Also, I was watching some YouTubers because they were live streaming. Even like leading into it, it's not midnight yet. Nope, none of it's launched, released, pre-orderable yet. But we're all just, here's the tabs that I'm getting open. Here's what I'm preparing. Blah blah blah. So I, like everyone, had um, I had logged into these different things. I had logged into Target, logged into Walmart, logged into Best Buy, logged into these different things, made sure that my address was correct, made sure that my wallet was up to date, so that if I wanted to um, if I could purchase, if I could get it in my cart, then it could just go through lickety split and I'm not having to type anything. Cool, cool, cool. So I'm actually also feeling pretty confident at this point because Best Buy and Walmart were just the way that their website looked, it gave me false hope because I was able to click on it like minutes before. Like, okay, click on their advertisement for it, then click on the actual product and it says coming soon. Okay, cool. Click on the advertisement. Like, I'm going back and forth and it's letting me go in between them. So I'm like, this is pretty good. Like, the website's not crashing, whatever. And then we get to 11:59 and 59 seconds. And then both of them are like, we gone. So that was unpleasant. So then I'm like, did it happen that fast? And honestly, that was my thought. My thought was so many people were on these servers at midnight that even though I was also on this at midnight, and I also tried to refresh, whether it's the physical people or the bots, they beat me and they won. And so at 12:01 today on the 24th, I've missed it, right? And honestly, I was okay with that. Like, it is what it is. I firmly believe that by Christmas of this year, I'll be able to get one. You know what I'm saying? I think once again that takes me back to I think Nintendo in general knows. They might not have known how many people wanted it at launch. They might have been a little bit misconstrued with that information. But I think they know how many people are going to want it in the first year. And it sounds like, from everything that I'm hearing, that they are planning, attempting, manufacturing for that to be possible. So even if you don't get it on the June 5th date, I'm very confident that you're still going to be able to get it in 2025. Let's watch this back next year and see if this aged well or not. But that is my presumption, I guess. I feel like it's within the next few months of launch. I feel like it's going to be pretty easy to get. I think the hardest part is going to be that it's friggin' $500. Okay. Um, so it's some coins and it's a lot, but that's a whole nother part. So Best Buy isn't working and Walmart isn't working. And I'm like, well, they're probably sold out. And I was like, do I want to try Target? Because it's Target. So I was like, you know what? Maybe everyone else is also feeling the same way. And maybe nobody's trying Target. So maybe I can do Target. And it worked. And I log into Target and I just go doop, doop, doop. And I add it to my cart and I go doop, doop, doop. And then it's in my cart, but I did get a little error that said something went wrong. So then I like read it over again and I'm expecting it to say like something went wrong. We've had to remove something from your cart because, it's no longer in stock or whatever. But then I just see that it literally just says something went wrong and it's still in my cart. So I was like, okay, I can do that. So then it made me, we already said that I typed in my address and all that information. Well, it pretended like it didn't know it. So it made me type in my address again. And I was like, okay. And it said something went wrong. But even though it said something went wrong, it's still in my cart. And now my address is saved and I can like see it on there. So then I click to process through again because it's like the payment section was grayed out because you have to finish your address before you can go to the payment section. And now the payment section's popping up. So it kept telling me that something was wrong at the top of the page, but it also kept letting me progress. And I was like, YOLO. So I surely did. I just went all the way through and I was like, look at that! It's like 12:15. And I got myself a Switch 2 pre-order. So I just did the Switch and I ended the transaction. And then I went back in to do a separate transaction for the carrying case and Mario because I couldn't get the bundle that had both. But I was like, I'm okay with not getting the game. I would rather just get the Switch. You know what I'm saying? So then I felt very confident. I was like, well, that was easy peasy. We're only 15 minutes into this. I've got my Switch. I've got the game in the carrying case. It's already pending on my card. I can see that it went through. I wasn't getting a email confirmation yet. So that did not love that, did not give me the warm and fuzzies. But I was like, we're good. I can just go ahead and go to bed. And then I was like, oh, they're still live streaming. That's interesting. Why are they still live streaming when like this is so easy? Like everybody can just go in and get it at this point, right? So then I start reading the comments on the live stream that like almost nobody has gotten one at this point. And everybody's going, what the F? And nobody can seemingly get it from Best Buy. Some people are getting it from Walmart. A lot of people are saying that they're in a line at Walmart and they're in a queue. Some people are saying that they actually really appreciate the queue experience. That didn't make any sense to me because Walmart never gave me a line or a queue. It just wouldn't load. Like it was just a white screen. So I was like, well, that's interesting. I wonder what they're seeing. But then I start seeing comment after comment after comment after comment. Target cancel my order. Target cancel my order. Target cancel my order. And I'm like, and I still don't have a like a what am I saying? A confirmation email. So I'm like, oh no, honey, I don't like that. But I also don't know what else to do because you still freaking can't get it from Best Buy and you still can't get it from Walmart. Um, so I was just kind of like YOLOing it, like whatever it is, what it is. I've done my part. I put in the pre-order. They're gonna cancel it or they're not. Like there's really nothing that I can do about it in this scenario. Um, but then I get the confirmation email and I was like, okay. I mean, there was like a 15-minute delay between when I placed the order and the confirmation email. So that makes me comfortable that the system did some sort of checking in between those two times. And so it's like, yep, we actually do have this and we can go ahead and send it out to you. So I was like, all right, I'm cool with that. But at this point, I'm just like getting lost in the sauce and reading the comments and stuff. And I was like, stop it, go to bed. So I did. So then my husband wakes me up this morning and he was like, babe, I still see it on Walmart because he did not stay up for all that. And I was like, how? I literally just looked on Walmart because I did not sleep well last night and I couldn't see it. And it's so weird because I could literally have my app open and um it was not populating. I could see both Switch bundles, well, the Switch and then the bundle. And it said, pre-order date, blah, 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 but you couldn't actually click on it. It was not pre-orderable. But then he shows me his phone and there's the blue bubble that you can click and add it to cart. And so I just didn't, okay, but I actually almost wanted him to do that so that I could cancel my Target order because Target's going to get here when it gets here. Um, so 6th, 11th, 12th later, you don't know. Whereas Walmart has the guarantee that they'll get it to you before 9 a.m. on launch day, June 5th. So I was like, well, I might just have him do that and then I'll cancel my Target one. But then I was like, the fact that it keeps coming in and out, I don't like that. So we just didn't do that, and that's fine. So then I got Starbucks on my way to work this morning, and when I got to Starbucks, it popped blue for me because now I'm just curious, and now I'm just looking at all the sites to see what's happening. And I see that it's going to let me add to cart, but then I do add to cart, and then it goes away again. So I think what might have been happening is that all of the retailers were saying that they had bot measures in place and that they were going back and canceling duplicate orders and trying to delete any bot orders and like this, that, and the other. So I think that what a lot of us were honestly seeing, both with Target, Walmart, all of them, was that, okay, it's out of stock. Wait, these 3 are confirmed fake. So delete. I can put 3 back on. But oh, somebody just grabbed those 3 in 2 seconds. So now they're off. Oh, I found 5 more. So we can put those back on. Like, I just kind of think that that's what was happening this morning. I also forgot to say that last night at 12:30-ish, Best Buy seemed to go live. So I thought at 12:01 that I had already missed my shot with Best Buy because it just said it was sold out, like gone. But in actuality, they just hadn't gone live yet. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was technical difficulties or if somebody forgot to press the button. I don't know. But Best Buy didn't seem to go live until 12:30. Um, at that point, I already had mine. So I was curious to see if I could get the one with the bundle because once again, if I could get the bundle, then I would just cancel my individual Switch from Target. And it put me in a queue, but there was no update. There was no like walking man. There was no loading bar. There was no circle. There was no nothing to indicate, are you going to be in the queue for 5 minutes or for 5 days? How far in the progress are you? Nothing said that. So I was like, I don't actually care enough. I just don't. Sorry, that lid was not on all the way. That was on my nerves. So yeah, Best Buy was late. Once they got on, a bunch of people were already chatting and they're like, oh, Best Buy is live. And then it just sold out too. So I also checked GameStop this morning. Once again, I'm just curious. And I could see that it sold out. And I'm like, okay. But I happened on my lunch break to be at my local mall anyway, because I just got these new glasses. And the GameStop is right upstairs. So I was like, listen, I could see from where I was, there's no line out the way or whatever. But also now they've been open for like almost 2 hours. So I was like, obviously they don't have any Switches left. Like obviously it's not a thing, but I'm just so curious as to how it went. Like I want to see the aftermath. I want to see the carnage. Like I don't know what else to say. So I just went in just to chat with him and see like how it went. Bro, as I'm walking in, there's a couple at the desk pre-ordering the Switch. And he's actively telling them, yeah, there's more. We have plenty actually. He was not allowed to tell people how many they had left, but he was like, I will tell you, we have about half of our stock left. So like that's how he was saying it. And as I said, it's now like 2+ hours into GameStop's open hours of the day. And after he got done helping them, somebody else called before I went up, and he told them that pretty much until I had gotten there, there had been a consistent line that whole time. So I don't know how many this GameStop got. It sounds like it. He made it sound like 100, but like, how did you have a line of people for 2 hours and not have more than 100? Like, I don't know how that went, but maybe it just went slow to go through the line. I don't know. So then I just asked him. I was like, "Do you have any of the bundles left?" And they did. They didn't just have the Switch; they had the Switch bundle. So I did go ahead and pre-order and put my money down on the bundle with the Mario Kart with it, because it's cheaper that way. And so why not? And this gentleman told me that they are not doing a midnight release, but I think he's confused because GameStop website says that they're doing a midnight release on June 5th on launch day. Instagram says that. Every article that you read in Google, GameStop period has said all stores. I circle all, like all stores over and over again. All stores are doing a midnight release. They're bringing it back to the early 2000s. It's going to be fun, all the things, whatever. So he was just a confused little citizen, but that's fine. He was very nice, very nice. I don't know how many questions he had to answer today, and all the people that he talked to, and maybe some of them weren't happy. I don't know. Um, So yeah, I honestly today was just chill for me. Listen, I stayed up until midnight. It was a little bit stressful, but it was like fun at the same time. It's almost like that school play that you're in because all of your parents made you do it, but at least you're having fun because you're all doing it together. So like you actually hate the play portion of it, but like you're having fun with each other at the same time. That's what it felt like today, okay? Do we love the bots? No. Do we love the scalpers? No. Do we love that consistently in the year 2025, when the world is burning down around us and we just need a little piece of joy, that it's very difficult to get that joy? No, it should not be this difficult. We should be able to pre-order some stuff. I should be able to walk into Walmart, Target, Barnes and Noble any day of the week and be like, "Can I have a pack of Pokemon cards?" But you can't. They don't exist. They're gone. Okay? So I understand that this year, when all we need is a little bit of joy, it's a little bit difficult to get. But I also just went into it with that expectation. And so it didn't bother me. I don't know. I actually really enjoyed my experience at GameStop. They were last on my list, I will say. Of everybody that was openly acknowledging that they were going to do pre orders, I wanted to support GameStop the least. There's lots of reasons for that, okay? But I think that they, specifically with Pokemon, have done some real shady stuff lately. I think in the last couple of years, they have made some very poor decisions. Um, but at the end of the day, if you're going to save me money, I'm not going to have to wait for it to ship. And I can physically show up and get it and not have to be worried that a porch fire is going to steal it off my porch. That might be worth it to me. But I will tell you, I have not yet canceled my Target pre order because he surely did tell me. I was like, oh, am I going to get a confirmation email from this? You guys, what? You get confirmation emails for everything. I can order a $2 window scraper and get a confirmation email that it's on its way. But I just dropped 500 coins at GameStop, and all I get is a little, very fragile paper receipt. There's no confirmation email. There's nothing online to indicate anywhere that I have paid you and that I'm going to receive this. And he was like, no, you're just in our system. I was like, what the fart? So then I text my husband after the fact, and he was like, oh, yeah, no, GameStop. He was like, GameStop's always been that way. Like, this is just the GameStop process. So once again, what? Can we get with the times? I'm a little bit confused by that, but okay. So I surely did take a picture of my receipt. I put it in a very safe location. I folded it very gently. We are not losing this receipt, okay? But my point is, when I asked him if I was going to get a confirmation email so that I like had all of this or whatever, he said no, and he was like, the only reason that we would email you is if your order gets canceled. And I was like, excuse me, what? Now you're putting the juju out there that even though y'all are still accepting pre-orders and taking our coins, that you might still go back and cancel these pre-orders. And GameStop is the one that, with the prismatic evolutions, had all these pre-orders for this card set, Pokemon. last minute canceled all of the pre-orders, refunded the money, and then sold those same items for more than retail. What? So now I'm just like, so that piece I am fussy about, because I just feel like as an actual retailer, you should have to stand behind what you do, right? Like that receipt says that by doing blah, 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 I have accepted your terms and conditions. Well, then you should accept your terms and conditions. And you should stand by the pre-order. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to keep both, but I do think that for this moment, I'm going to wait until we get a little bit closer. Because from what I'm gathering, the people whose Target orders got canceled, they got canceled. Like within minutes, they knew, okay, we oversold based on the website, so this order is now canceled. I'm not 24 hours in, obviously, but I'm a long time in, the whole next evening at this point, and my order has still not gotten canceled. But now I'm hesitant that my GameStop one will get canceled. So I'm gonna leave my Target one in place, and then we'll just see what happens. We'll see where I get it from closer to time. Um, I am not going to be a scalper though. I am not going to resell the second one for whatever. I'm just gonna make sure that I actually get one and then cancel the other order so that one of you lovely citizens can get it. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to do a fun little video. Like my experience was probably the same as so many other people's, but I actually had fun doing it. So I think that's the reason that I wanted to come on here and chat about it. I don't know. This is just, you know, it's just one of those things that you're gonna look back and be like, oh my god, remember the Switch? Remember how crazy that was? And I just think that it's fun and funny. And so let's kind of have fun with it and let's enjoy ourselves. Um, it's literally games. Like that's the point. It's for video games. So I don't know. I just saw a ton of upset and negativity today. And once again, that's why I started this video with I might be coming at this from a place of privilege because I was able to secure one now too. Um, but also like if I didn't, that's okay too. Um, so I don't know. I hope that the loud people are the ones that we're seeing, if that makes sense. And I hope that the general population just got to kind of have fun today, stand in line with other people, chit chat, be texting their friends, streaming online, being like, are you guys getting one? I didn't get one. Hold on. What about, it's the fun of it. Um, so yeah, I hope that more people had fun than not. I hope that more people got one than not. I hope that more people continue to get one than not. If that was your plan to begin with, if you wanted one. Yeah, and I'm just kind of excited to see how this journey continues. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go, but thanks for listening to my little story about this today, and I will keep you guys updated with what happens. Bye.